Moving on to the odds from the casinos. Every matchup on the board so far has minus money on both sides. So basically, I'm going to explain this a different way. When we get into football season, which was right around the corner, the sports books assign a line, a number of points, to get every matchup to be head-to-head. For instance, when Alabama plays whoever, their second blowout of the year, they're going to be a 37.5-point favorite. And if you want to bet either side of that bet, minus 110, which means you put down, in theory, $110 to win 100. That's the easiest way to understand the odds, right? You have to put down 10% more than what you're going to win. You bet 110. If you win the bet, you profit $100. That's the best way to put it. Normally, because there's no score involved in NASCAR, they try to match drivers equal to one another, and the favorite is minus, and the dog is plus money. That's how it normally works. There are some even money matchups. There is not a plus money dog on the board. Back to Professor's point about the predictor, the books see the same thing. There's such a small window of performance here that they can't have it. But I think there's some value here. This is where I think we need to get our little head-to-head tool out.
Let's go down them, and you and I take who's going to be better.
Oh, yeah.
And then let the predictor tell us what
so Reddick and Bell is the first one. So load your little tool up. Next gen, Daytona and Talladega, Reddick and Bell. They're dead even at minus 115.
Bell.
By?
A decent margin. It's 9-1 with Bell and Reddick.
9-1?
Wow.
In the 10 next-gen cars.
All right,
races.
So Reddick against Bell in the drafting races of the next-gen car, which we're going to include Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta. I don't love having Atlanta in there, but we'll just do it because I'm not sure 6 is a big enough sample set. 9-1 for Bell.
9-1 for Bell.
Okay, so look. If you're going to keep the stats, you might as well bet the stats. There you go, Bell over Reddick. You can highlight that one. Busher versus Busch. Hold, please. I have an opinion.
Busch.
I'm the opposite. I think Busher has outrun Busch more
Not this
on
year.
finishes. 9 races, though, last year and this year.
Oh, I was talking about this year, but
Let's see.
No chance. 8-1 Kyle Busch.
All right.
wow. Yeah.
Bell and Busch. We're going down the right side of the screen. Larson and Almirola has to be Almirola by a country mile. I'm not sure Kyle Larson has seen the checkered flag of a speedway race. If he has, I think it's one of them. My man is super talented. Listen, I got to tell a story. I did a Sunoco. So sometimes I'll go to a suite and MC a driver for the fans that are there, make it better. So we did a Sunoco thing last year. Larson was the driver. I pump him up, tell him how great he is. He's having a great year. This is before he gets there. Kind of get the crowd ready. He comes in, super polite, he's just such a great guy. Hey, man, I said, how you going to do today? 0 chance I finish. I'm like, and there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, he's like, listen, I don't know what it is. I've talked to Denny. I've talked to Byron. I've talked to Jeff Gordon. I've talked to all these people, and I am always the first wreck. So what is the number, Almirola versus Larson?
Well, to his point, we've had 4 drafting races this year. He's DNF accident in every single one of them.
Okay.
All right.
Almirola over Larson. The Kez and the Hamlin, which is this is an interesting one because this is the non-next-gen battle royale. Hamlin, 3-time 500 winner. Kez won a ton of speedway races. In the next-gen, they're all over. Neither of them have gone to victory lane in the next-gen
I'm going
speedway
Kez
race.
on this one.
You're going to go Kez?
Yep.
6-4 Kez.
Ooh. Man, we're going right down the right side of the screen. Okay, McDowell and Harvick.
I'm going McDowell.
This is going to be a push.
Yeah.
So a push. That's the first time that the book has it the opposite. So they have the bigger minus on McDowell. Logano and Blaney. Oh, boy.
I'm guessing Blaney.
I was going to say Logano.
It's a Blaney.
Man.
Yeah, I missed my calling.
Yeah, so Blaney's thing, he's been top 10 in the last 5 drafting races. And that's tough.
That is tough.
What's Blaney to win? 1,200.
Yeah.
To win. Yeah.
Minus 225 for DraftKings. I'll take the opposite. I'll take a plus 150 he doesn't run in the top 10 and risk it. Like, there's so many ways to run 11th
Yeah, I
hour
wish
bag.
they had that bet.
Oh,
Maybe
they had that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The problem is it would be minus 225 for a top 10, minus 500 for a non-top 10. I mean, you
Yeah.
couldn't even bet it. Where did we? Oh, Chastain and Bowman.
Bowman for me.
I would have said Chastain, actually.
It's Bowman.
Professor, I think that I was set up because you and the damn, you and the chop seem to know all the numbers. All right, so let's go down it. So
It's marginal, but it's Bowman.
okay.
So the point, I guess, is there's 2 or 3 there that are significant, or right?
If you're going purely off the numbers, Bell has outfinished Reddick 8 of the 9 races, and they're even heads up. You take Bell. Busch has been over Buscher. You take Busch. Almirola over Larson. You take Almirola. Like, if you're going to bet, I have no other way to do this. Like, if the fans want to say, yeah, but, Larson and it,
Well,
I have zero other information to go on other than past results. That's all I got.
19-6 on our weekly averages, and that's exactly what I do. I take every matchup, put it in the tool, and if there's a significant difference, it's a
Right.
bet. If it's close, I throw it out.
I like the predictor and the tiers because it leads you to some stuff, and you can
Yeah.
see a guy that could finish in top 10 or shows you some standout odds. We don't have that this week because the odds are pretty even and the predictor's super close. I think this is a matchup-heavy thing, and I think you just have to go over past results because you can have an opinion about a driver or a pit crew or this, but what you just said about Blaney is the point. The facts are that's what he's done. Like, you can like it or not like it. Facts are facts. Well, I was trying to see on some other books because those are all DraftKings we're going with. I think the other books almost just match. Well, no, we got some other.
No, go over 1 and down. There's some plus even money.
Bubba and Gibbs, that's an interesting one.
Okay. All right. So let's go through a few more. You got your tool going?
Sure.
Bubba and Gibbs to the Chop's point.
It's got to be huge Bubba.
Gibbs is even money.
It's huge Bubba. Remember, Gibbs doesn't have as much experience either, so it's only 6 races they've been in together.
Great point. Bowman and Elliott. I'm going to tell you right now, I like Bowman. I don't know what the numbers are, but I like Bowman. I think he's off the radar. Everybody in the world is looking at Elliott. The numbers are going to say Elliott. Elliott's probably outrun Bowman on the 9 races. It's probably 7-2. But I like Bowman.
They've been in 6 or 8 races together because of injuries, so it's 6-2.
Yep.
Stenhouse Jr. and Michael McDowell. Chops on Stenhouse. It's not open for discussion.
But I think McDowell is probably better on the head-to-head tool.
It's so close, it's a push.
All right, so we're going to hammer head-to-heads. If you're listening to this, we have this fancy tool, but this is not secret information. Professor, where can they find this information? If someone wanted to go look at it, they could go to NASCAR.com and look up their history. Where would you, like
Yes.
an average listener, where would you point them? Now, if you're listening, here's what I would do. I would bring up next gen only. Don't care about the races before then. I would make Daytona valued the most. If I had all the time in the world, I would give Daytona 3 points of finish. I would give Talladega 2 points of finish and Atlanta 1 point of finish. That's how I would weight them, and I would do a math like that. And the professor's going to have to build Chopper that.
Look at his head just rolled. His eyes
Weighted
rolled.
finishes. They're weighted finishes. They're different tracks. They're weighted finishes.